Hey guys, this is 97 Lego Maniac, and here I have another custom minifigure showcase review. And here we're going to take a look at the custom minifigure I made a while ago actually, and that is Deadshot from CW Arrow. And yeah, so in season 3, Deadshot only made one appearance in one episode, and it was pretty disappointing to see him, just to probably not see him again. He's probably not going to return. So yeah, but you know, he was so far what CW did with him. I think it's fine the way how they have to just cast him off to the side from Arrow, because there's gonna be 5 seasons of Arrow, and you need to throw in so many DC characters as you can to get us fanboys excited. So what they did with Deadshot since season 1. They did it really well. I really loved his character development from just an asshole mercenary to someone who's an anti-hero who became one of Diggle's from Diggle's enemy to pretty much his friend. And you actually see some backstory on Deadshot in season 3, which was great. And I love his character, and Michael Rowe, I believe that's his name, the actor who portrayed him. I think he did a really good job as Deadshot, and I don't think Will Smith could even beat that in a Suicide Squad film. So yeah, so and now enough of me talking about stuff. Let's just move on to the minifigure and talk about it. Now Deadshot here, he's the one who changed my rules on customizing minifigures, and I say that because if you look at his face, you notice that the eye is actually perfect. And all, well, at least this side. But that's because Deadshot was the first minifigure of all in 2015, since 2015, that I used a bobby pin to apply paint. And what I did, I took my sister's advice, because she knows how to make nails and stuff. She told me to form perfect circles, you should apply paint or nail polish material on the head of the bobby pin and apply it on. So yeah, that's what I did. I applied black paint, just a little dab of black paint, and I just applied it on his eye, and that's how I formed a perfect circle. And I'll just zoom up just so you can get a little better look. You can see it's compare this to the minifigures in the past. Yeah, you can see it actually looks a lot better. Now it's easier to do this way. I highly recommend doing it rather than just using a little brush and hopefully just make a glob. But gotta be careful. Gotta make sure it's for the paint is even for the center, or else, because if it's not even, you might make an oval. So just be careful. So that was a custom minifigure tip for you guys. And for the eye, how to get the white, I don't use a bobby pin for that. I just use a toothpick. But again, same process. So yeah. So it was actually easier to paint because you know, even though the bobby pin is actually easier to paint the eyes now, you can't really help that much, because if you try to do the other side, most likely it's not going to be as good as what you had before. Deadshot, it's easier because he has the scope. So yeah, so that was actually easier for me. Now one thing about Deadshot, what I wanted to do, I want to give him the Superman headpiece, because he had a different type of hairstyle. His hairstyle was more like this. It's kind of more flailed up rather than just having it sag down and messy. But the problem is, this is the only Superman hair I have. I'm going to order more in the future, but I really like how he looks like this. He looks a lot more accurate to the show. This is the hairpiece I'm using for Superman, my Man of Steel fig, which I will showcase that much later. And Deadshot, but he still looks alright in this hairpiece. He does. But I just think the Superman hairpiece just works better. So yeah, and then for the front torso, this Deadshot actually started off with a black body and a black body. No, actually not blank. This was actually the front side of a random torso, and all. And what I did, this head is just a reused head, old minifigure head. That's a old Qui-Gon Jinn headpiece. So yep. And yeah, you can see it started off as a black body. I just painted brown around it and added a lot of detailing on with silver bits, and added the bandolier. It's really hard to paint the gold bits, but other than that, he wasn't really that difficult to paint. to be honest. And he doesn't have any detailing on the sleeve because he doesn't really need it. And it was really hard to find reference picture of the back. So what I did, I tried to find this one scene where Deadshot and Diggle first met each other, and they start fighting. Yeah, I had only a brief glimpse of his back, and this is what I could make up. It's probably not entirely accurate, but I did my best. And here's a gun holster here, and he has like a lot of straps. He has another gun holster here, and he has painted boots, which is just normal black acrylic paint, not gloss though, because you don't want to use gloss, unless if you're doing it for like minifigure legs up top to make sure it has this shiny effect. But I only use black acrylic gloss only when I'm painting like straps or boots, so that way you don't have to do outlining. So yeah, and he does come with accessories. He just comes with this standard gun. This is a clone trooper gun, but I think it works well as a sniper rifle. I don't want to spend money for a lot of money for brick arms. So he looks cool in that, and he also has this gauntlet. I don't know what these things are actually called. If you guys know, please let me know in the comments below, because I don't read the comics I don't even read the comics at all. I just know them. So he has this this wrist gun, which is really cool, and it seems that he has infinite amount of ammo, because does he even reload with these guns? Because it seems like he doesn't. So you can just clip them onto. They're just like standard Lego handcuffs with a little you know, the car handles thing. Yeah, I just cut those and I just super glued them onto here, and you can have his wrist guns. So that's basically it on Deadshot, really. And yeah, oh yeah, he has that big scar I forgot to mention on his head. And yeah, that's basically it. He's actually not a bad minifigure. He's a first Suicide Squad from Arrow. He's a first Suicide Squad member from Arrow that it customized. The next one is actually going to be Captain Boomerang. Here he is. He's not done. Obviously, he still has some details I need to work on him, and I need to fix something on his face a little bit. But that's a little sneak peek of him. You guys if you guys follow me on Flickr, you've seen the sneak peek of him in my birthday photo. So yeah, so that's basically it on Deadshot. So let's just conclude this video. Alright guys, so that's all I have for today. That's the CW Deadshot, and I still have a lot more custom minifigures to show you guys. And yeah, so if you guys are wondering what I'm going to make next, after Captain Boomerang, I'm going to start working on Age of Ultron customs, because I'm going to see the movie probably next week until my dad comes back from Korea, because he's visiting my grandmother because she's ill. And yeah, so after that, that's basically it, and I will see you guys later. Bye.